Redeemer. Welcome to this special edition of the Redeeming Truth Podcast. On behalf of the leaders of Redeemer Bible Church, I wanted to address you specifically on a certain subject. It's impossible to miss the reaction to the coronavirus from our culture. And I will admit my first reaction was skepticism and amusement, especially when I was at Costco a couple weeks ago and there was no water, no paper towels, no toilet paper, and no hand sanitizer. There wasn't even a confirmed case here in Arizona, and that was happening. And to date, there are only 2 confirmed cases in our whole state. My second reaction was very different. The jokes were over because real people had died. Real family members had buried other family members. And my thought today was, we need to care for the people that God has given us at Redeemer by speaking to them directly about this. Especially after there's a wave of cancellations of flights from China and Europe, and then cancellations from sports teams and sports leagues, and colleges and universities are even canceling some of their activities. And so it was the time to say, okay, we need to talk. I don't want to minimize what's going on, but I also don't want to sensationalize it either. We need faith and we need wisdom in times like this. So I just want to let you know first our response. How have we responded as the leaders of your church? First, over 2 years ago, we put hand sanitizers all over the campus. So there are these stations, 4 of them in our worship center, many all over our campus. And we've also, every week, we fill the soap dispensers in our bathrooms. And so we would want you to use those. Use them judiciously. Use them a lot. Make sure that you're using them constantly when you're on our campus. Second, all the bathrooms and all the kids' spaces, especially the toys and the furniture in those kids' spaces, are getting thoroughly cleaned every week. So this is something that we've been caring about deeply even before the coronavirus has come onto the stage. Those spaces are actually so safe that all of the staff members with children put our kids in those spaces every Sunday, and will continue to do so. So the next question I want to ask you is how should you respond? Here's how we've responded as your church leaders. How should you respond? First, I would say stay home if you're sick. Stay home if your kids, any of your kids, are sick. Stay home if you've been around a lot of sick people recently. You can watch online, you can give online, and so you can take care of being caught up with your church family simply by staying home and watching our live stream on Facebook or on YouTube. Second, I would ask you to react to the facts. Use discernment about who you listen to on all of this. There's a lot of error and innuendo when it comes to what's being said, and all of that's being propagated as if it was fact. And so you must be careful. If you are seriously considering spending lots of money or altering your life drastically, do research beyond just reading headlines or skimming articles. Do research and make sure you are making decisions based on solid research. Third, how should you respond? Don't forget God. Fear exposes idols, and those idols can often overshadow what you already know about the God that you know, that you love, and that you serve. So make sure that what you believe about Him is stronger in your hearts and stronger in your thinking than COVID-19. Make sure that God and His character and His care for His people is what is strongest in your heart during a time like this. And then fourth, how should you respond? Pray. Pray for our government. Pray for the governments of the world. Pray for the scientists who are working on this around the clock. Pray for our country. Pray for our states and our leaders. Pray for the people here in our city who are making decisions about school and about various government things that are going on in our state. Make sure that you're praying, and pray for not just our church. Pray for the church in the United States. This is an opportunity for the church to rise above the fear, to rise above the hysteria, and to show the world how wonderful our Savior is. We'll talk more about this Sunday. See you then.